Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm very well.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
Yeah, my name is Charles Masharia. I'm the managing director here at LATIA Agribusiness Solutions. LATIA basically is a training center where we offer practical training for students and also entrepreneurs to help them, produce crops in the most sustainable manner.
Good. Tell us more about LATIA Farm and agripreneurship, as you put it.
Yeah, so LATIA was set up in 2008 as a social enterprise, but in 2017 it was converted to a for-profit business whereby more partners came on board, partners such as Copat, Delphi, Eclectics, and of course the original LATIA Resource Center Foundation. And together we formed an ecosystem whereby we can demonstrate, the latest innovations in agriculture all in one place. We also have an accredited training center, which is accredited by the government to offer practical training as well as short courses. So our audience includes youth who basically are out of high school or college and want to learn more about agriculture, as well as business persons who they want to enter into agriculture, but they don't know how to do it as a business. So as LATIA, as one center, we are able to demonstrate all of that.
Good, good. So far, so good. Previously, how did you get power here? What was your power source?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, we are both a training center and a farm because our training is practical training. So we literally have the farm operating with open field as well as greenhouse production. So our power demands have been quite high. So we've always gotten our power from the national grid through Kenya Power and Lighting. So yeah, that's how it has been since inception.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are the power bills on average? What, what amount would you place them at?
Yeah, on average, we've been consuming the equivalent of about 150,000 Kenya shillings a month. Of course, with the biggest demand coming from our water pumping from the borehole through irrigation to the whole farm, and also running the irrigation for our greenhouses. We have some high-tech greenhouses that require uninterrupted irrigation and water supply. So, plus of course the general administration block and the student classes with the lower side of the power demand.
All right. Now, after integrating the solar system, what amount is likely, how much is likely to, how is it likely to be offset by the solar system in terms of usage and the bills, so to speak?
Yeah, so basically the project completion coincided with the cold weather, with the cloudy season of June, July. So in spite of that, we've already noticed about 50% reduction of the power bill from around 150,000 to around 70, 80,000. And so we are optimistic that in the coming season, when it's less cloudy, we should be able to cater for a bigger part of the solar basically should be able to cater for a bigger part of our demands, and so the bill should go down. Also, one of the reasons why there is still room for improvement, we still have two meters, one for the farm side and one for the office block. So if we are able to merge those and both sides of the institution benefit from the solar system, then we anticipate that we'll be able to save even much more. My own rough guess would be maybe up to 70 or 75 or 80% of our power bill. Yeah.
Okay. So, how did we arrive at Chloride solar?
Um, I think maybe the name sold itself. So, yeah, it was. We didn't do some tendering process or anything. It was a direct inquiry, And I believe our other partners in this project, like ICRAF, will be able to answer that better. Yeah.
So as an institution, what message do you want to send as you're implementing the project? What's the larger aim of the project?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, as an institution, we really want to be a center of excellence in everything we do, from the manner in which we farm and grow crops to the manner in which we operate in every aspect. So sustainability is key. So I think having clean energy through solar power generation is a plus for us, and we hope that people can be able to come and visit and learn and also replicate what we've been able to achieve here. Yeah.
Okay. So thus far, having implemented the solar system, what are the upsides and are there any downsides?
Yeah, of course the biggest upside is we've been able to make savings on our power bill, and of course that efficiency is a plus for us because we'll be able to redirect those resources to other areas and maybe reinvest into the institution or even offer better services for our students and clients. The downside is we don't have a power backup storage system, so that remains still pending and quite a big investment, but we are hoping that in due course, on our own or in partnership with others, we should be able to invest in that.
Okay, good. So, to finish up, what's next for renewable energy for the institution? What else are you willing to explore?
Like I said, right now the solar system is only serving basically half of the institution on the farm side. So the next step also is now to merge into one so that we are able to serve the entire institution. The next step also is invest in storage, so that way when there's no power from the grid or at night, we can also benefit from the stored power during the day. But in terms of capacity, I think the facility behind us is more than sufficient for us. But of course, we have big ambitions in terms of setting up and opening up. Our whole project is 60 acres, and so we've not utilized all of it. So should we open up more fields, more areas, also in other departments such as the fishery, the aquaculture, then our power demand may go up, and at that point we may, who knows, we may set up another facility like this one just to keep up with the requirements at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charles. I think that's it.
Thank you.
Do my second check.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Let's start with an introduction. Tell us what you do, your name.
Yeah. Great. So I'm Christine Lamona. I am a climate scientist at World Agroforestry, or ICRAF, which is a research institute that's headquartered here in Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. Now, we wanted to find out about the relationship between ICRAF and LATIA. So tell us more about food production and the energy industry.
Yeah, so ICRAF, we've been working since the 70s or so on the integration of trees and agricultural landscapes. So we work primarily on food security, landscape health, landscape restoration, and environmental issues. And so partnering with LATIA was a really natural partnership. LATIA is excellent at training students in sustainable farming methods. So they were a really natural partner for us. Now, the energy side is new. So, because we're an agricultural research center, and so what are we doing involved with these solar panels? We actually were really interested in seeing whether you could integrate the energy production with food production on the same piece of land. And in some ways it's really similar to agroforestry, where you're actually planting crops under the shade of trees, but now we're doing it planting crops under the shade of the solar panels instead.
Okay, perfect. I think that's about it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just answering one question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
can finish really quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Still need to do some introductions.
Okay.
Just in case.
Mhm.
So, how are you?
I'm good.
You okay?
Yes.
All right. Let's start with your name and what you do.
My name is Samuel Bondo, Technical Projects and Installations Coordinator, Chloride Side. Yes.
All right. So for this particular installation, what amount of power will be generated from the setup itself, and how much will it offset the power needs of LATIA?
Okay, for this type of installation, I think when we were designing, we considered the amount of power which they normally use from Kenya Power. That's why we got our design, and we came up with 62 kilowatts DC power, which is coming from the solar panels which are installed. And this one will be able to cater for total load which they are using if it produces at maximum, or if they are using at maximum. We were considering maybe they'll be using at least 50 kilowatts.
All right, that's great. So how long did the project take to be implemented? When did it start? When did it end?
Okay, I think from the implementation part of it, we started in year 2018, and 2019 is when we are starting doing this much of the design, but we were being affected by the COVID-19, which came mostly in 2020. So we were delayed a bit, but mostly in the year 2021, in January is when we started the main implementation of the project, and it took us around 2 to 3 months to finish.
Okay, great. Who was behind the whole project? Rather, yes, who was behind the project?
Okay, I think what we did, there was a partnership with LATIA Resource Center, and the main project was funded by the government of UK through the University of Sheffield, who did the funding of the project. And after that, I think now that we partnered, the UK government partnered with the Chloride side, and together with LATIA Resource Center, with other partners like Agrophotic, where we did now the implementation of the system. But this one, the brain child of this project was from the University of Sheffield.
Okay, perfect. That's the first take done. Oh, the first take audio was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
So Samuel, this project must be really different than most photovoltaic systems that you've built. What were some of the main challenges for building this system?
Okay, this type of system we have installed here is called grid-tied system, which is normally grid-tied system is connected with Kenya Power or mains from other type of mains where we connect them together. So the way it works, the main purpose of this type of project is to reduce bills, maybe Kenya Power bills or another, maybe where maybe the customer is getting a higher bill. So what we did here in LATIA, this is a different type of project, and it's the one of the, I think it's the first one in Africa or maybe in the world, I don't know, but it's the first one we have done as chloride side. The others we normally do, they are mostly for use and for factories or maybe big institutions. But for this one, we call it Agrophotic System, where we have connected with Kenya Power, and they are doing agriculture. They are planting crops underneath the solar panels. So this is a unique type of installation we have done.
You're right, it's the first one in Africa,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So what was your first impressions of the design and the idea? Did you think we were crazy?
Yeah, the design was very nice. I think the design, the way it has been done, is nice, and also we have factored many of the aspects of for it to get the
on both power production and also crop production. All the factors were considered, together with also the speed of the wind, the temperatures and everything. All that were considered. And the main, also the unique part of it is also harvesting water, which will be used on the crops. So it's a unique system. Also, on the part of challenges, I think we didn't face a lot of challenges. We had a very good cooperation with the team. All the partners were working with us together, and I think we had a very conducive environment for working to implement the project.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that's it.
Another question?
I think you can expound something about the project's chloride exide, just to bring chloride exide into the picture.
Yeah.
What we have done so far regarding solar.
Okay, yeah. So I think maybe when the partners they did consider chloride exide, is because chloride has been in this field mostly on the solar renewable energy for some of the years. They have an experience of more than 40 years on solar installations, and that's why I think the partners considered to partner with Chloride Exide to do this implementation of some of these agrophotic systems. And Chloride as a Kanban, it has done several grid-tie systems, including other types of solar installations, like water pumping, which is also accommodated in our project here in LATIA Resource Center. Also, they do the normal power backup systems, PV systems, and also the solar water heating systems. So Chloride Exide has all that professionalism to work on those, so that all sorts of solar projects, and also to assist the customer on giving the designs and also information. They also train the customers on how to use solar system.